Hello and welcome back. In the previous videos, we have discussed on observation methods and focus group discussion methods of primary data collection. Well, in this video, let me explain the interview method of primary data collection. You might have watched scores of interviews on various television channels and perhaps personally be experience job interviews as well. What we are going to discuss is its utility in management research. In research, interview is a method of collecting primary data, and it involves presentation of oral verbal stimuli and reply in terms of oral verbal responses. This method is generally used by adept researchers and mainly for qualitative research. For example, if we want to know the HR policies of a company, personnel manager and senior employees can contribute relevant and required information to the topic. This method can be used through personal interviews and, if possible, through telephonic interviews. Now let me brief you about personal interview method. Personal interview method requires a person known as interviewer asking questions to the interviewee. Here, generally face-to-face interaction takes place. This sort of interview may be in the form of direct personal investigation, or it may be indirect oral investigation. In the case of direct personal investigation, the interviewer must collect the information personally from the sources concerned. He must be on the spot and must meet the people from whom the data have to be collected. This method is particularly suitable for intensive investigation. Interviews can be of structured or unstructured. Structured interviews are carried out in a structured way with a definite plan for questions, sequence, time, method, physical situation. Such interviews involve use of a set of predetermined questions and of highly standardized techniques of recording, whereas unstructured interviews are flexible, do not follow a system of predetermined questions and standardized techniques of recording information. The interviewer is allowed much greater freedom to ask in case of frequent supplementary questions are asked at times. He may omit certain questions if the situation so requires. The content of interview can be manually or mechanically recorded on site. Let's see telephonic interview method now. This method replaces face-to-face interaction between interviewer and interviewee by calling up the subjects and asking them a set of questions. Here, interview takes place through telephone. It's not very widely used method, but plays important part in industrial surveys, particularly in developed regions. It's expensive if large area is to be covered. I hope you have got necessary insights to conduct a versatile interview for your research. Let's recap what we have learned in this video. We learned the concept and the utility of interview method in management research. We discussed structured and unstructured interviews and the two interview methods such as personal interview and telephonic interview.